Good morning, sir.
But today we'll see the tables and also about the themes also.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So last class we were seeing about the columns and we stopped by tables option.
Yes,
So
sir.
there are two ways to create a tables, but actually what they had did is they just created tables using the lines options here. They didn't use the tables options.
Okay.
So we can use the both options according to our which is board has its advantages and disadvantages. So to make this table, what I had to do is I don't have to use any kind of things. I just have to use the lines comments only for creating this kind of things. So for example, suppose I need a table something like this. I'm not giving any particular dimension. I'm creating some randomly only. So it's considered this as my tables, and this is my offset value, and the offset value is it. And I don't want the rectangle to be a complete one. So what I'm doing is I'm selecting this one and exploding this one.
Okay.
So that everything will be like up here. And what I'm doing is I'm offsetting these values in some random values, so something like the 30, maybe something like 50, such. Because if I want to offset continuously, what I have to do is just give some values here, 150 here, then select the object and then click the multiple options. So what it will do is it will create some continuous offset for me. And same way I can create some kind of offset here also. In this way, they might have created this kind of tables. Once they have created those tables, what they will do is they will be placing the whatever things they needed. They will be copying those things and will be placing them. So this is one kind of creating a table. And another kind is that what I have to do is I have to use the tables options from here. So there are certain difference between these tables option and this tables option. The main difference is that it will be considered as an Excel sheet. When I'm creating a tables from here, it will be considered as an Excel sheet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a table using this option so that you will be able to know what are different options available. And while creating a table, I will be going to the text commands also. So we'll be covering both these options. So actually, there are three different kinds of tables will be available for this.
Okay.
So one is the basic table which starts from an empty one, and second one is the data extraction, and the third one is the importing Excel sheet into a table. So let's start with the empty tables. Now for now, I'm going to create an empty table only. In empty table also, this is called as data link. That is, I'm importing an Excel into my AutoCAD, and this is data extraction. And so I'm just focusing on the empty table now. In this also, I'm having two options here. One is I have to specify an insertion point, and one is specify window. So when the specify window option is clicked, you can see these two options has been blacked out. So it's like I can't change this value.
I
So what
see.
I can do is I'm just clicking here. Number of columns and number of rows are coming up here. So what is the difference between these two? So suppose if I click the specify insertion point here, what I can do is the whole thing is coming for me. So all I had to do is just click here. That's all. In case of specify window, what I had to do is I'm just clicking the table and clicking the specify window options. And again I'm clicking OK options. So difference here is that check and just drag it like this, and the table will be there. So this is the difference between these two options. So like sizes will be good, sizes are going to be same, but in this way I can control them. And similarly, if I want to increase the size, I can always drag it. One more thing, if you want to note here is that there are three, four, five columns are there, and one, two, three, four, five, six, six rows are there. So when I click the table, the number of columns looks correct for me. That is, I want to create five columns. It's five columns has been created for me. But the number of rows, I just want to create a four rows, but six rows has been created. The reason for that is so automatically what AutoCAD is doing that the first row and second row is considered as the title and the header form.
Oh, yes, sir.
So if I could give four rows, it will be creating six rows for me. So if I give two rows, it will be creating four rows for me. So according to that, you can give the number of rows here.
Yes, sir.
And after doing that, what I'm going to do is that if I give a single click here, the table properties will appear for me. That is table cell here. You can see the table cell properties is appearing here. And if I do a double click here, what I'm getting is I'm getting the text options here. All I'm getting is these are the text option available with this option. So these denotes the text options for me. Okay. So that there are two things we can do: a single click and double click. Double click is used for entering the contents here.
Mm.
So let's see what are the available table options available with this one. What I'm doing is I'm selecting this one. After selecting this one, what I can do is I can see the rows and columns options here. Suppose if I don't want this row, what I can do is I can come here and delete this.
Okay.
This row will get deleted. And if I want an extra column or if I want to delete a column, I can, or else I can insert new column. Otherwise, what I can do is I want to merge this portion. I'm selecting them and selecting this. That's all. So it
Oh.
will get merged to format.
Yes,
So
sir.
these are the basic Excel option we are often familiar with the MS Excel. Okay. So what I'm going to do is there are still much more options are there. We will see after entering some kind of text here. Let's say if I want to create a bill of materials here. So what I will do is I'm double clicking here. After double clicking, I'm giving some kind of values here. Let's say the values can be something like 20. Uh, sizes look small, so I want to increase my sizes. So I'm selecting this, and here I can increase my sizes. And I don't want 20, I want to be something around 50. So 75 will be correct.
Yes, sir.
In case I don't want this font, I just want to change the font. Whatever options available in MS Word will be available here. And in
Okay.
case of the fonts, whatever the fonts you have installed in your system, those fonts will be available here. If you want to enter new fonts, for example, in Chennai, what we have to do is whenever we want to submit approval for the CMPA, we have to submit the approval in Tamil language only. Everything has to be in Tamil only. So we need a font called as Warnable font for that. So I don't have to install particularly in AutoCAD. What I have to do is I have to make sure that font is installed in MS Word. That font will automatically get integrated to my AutoCAD. So I can choose some other fonts here. And if I want my bolds, if I want my whatever I want, I can just so in this way I can adjust my font options. And after creating that, what I'm going to do is I'm entering something here, serial number. I'm not going to change everything one by one. I'm not going to change this one by one, but because what I'm going to do is that I'm just typing here like material name and what else we are having here, material name and material quantity, price per quantity. The reason why I didn't change everything is that once I have entered here, so what I will do is I'm just coming over here. I'm just coming over here, selecting this one. I'm using the math cell option here. I'm coming over here. And then, sorry, it doesn't. Some reason cancelling math cell. So that's it. It will get come to that. I don't want to be this big. So I'm just selecting this one.
Oh,
Make sure the sizes are on 75. Then what I'm doing is I'm selecting this one, math cell option, coming here.
okay. Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's make the sizes to be much more smaller so that it looks proper. And want the font to be something like. And once again, selecting this one, math cell, their name, their quantity, price per quantity. Now it looks good to me. In case if I want to change the colors and those things, very basics. Thing is that the font hasn't changed here. I don't know why it hasn't changed. Okay. So what I had to do is, since these things, the only the cell content is has been changed, only the sizes are changed. The font hasn't changed, so I have to change them individually. Otherwise, what I had to do is I have to give them at the beginning itself. Okay. So in case I don't want this much space for this one, so what I can do is I'm selecting this one. I can, so according to that, everything will get adjusted for. In case I don't want. Okay, that's it. This is the basic things.
Mm.
And once again, I'm giving some kind of values here. One, and I want this font to be copied here. That's it. And here the problem is that it's been located at the top, so I don't want to be located at the top. So what I can do is I'm just coming here, middle center. So it will be located here.
Okay, yes, sir.
Same way, I'm just changing, let's say, cement, bags, price per quantity, quantity, total cost. For calculating total cost, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Excel formula options here. I'm coming over here. So you are familiar with Excel, creating formulas in Excel, right? You are completely new to creating formulas in Excel.
No, sir. Actually, I didn't use the Excel.
Okay. Okay. So what we can do in Excel, actually Excel is a very powerful tool. So there are many kinds of things we can do in Excel. Uh, like for example, I can do a complete company accounts in a Excel sheet for year-to-year basis also.
Mm.
That kind of details can be entered in an Excel. So these things are very basics only. So what I'm trying to do here is that I'm coming to my total cost here
Mm.
and just entering here. So let's say there is a name for this box. What name for this box is that? It's coming under T and it's coming under D3. So the name of this box is D3. Similarly, the name of this box is C3. So what I will do is I'm just entering equal to C3 into D3. will happen? The formula will be applied here. Are you able to understand here?
Yes, sir.
So for here, for this one alone, you shouldn't use the match properties because the syntax of this formula will get changed. For example, when using the match cell option here, what is happening here is that it becomes an error form. So
Oh,
instead of C3 into D3, it is getting converted D3 into D3. So for this alone, we shouldn't use the formula. We have to individually change the sizes. So I'm submit this one and make this as sign. In case if the materials, the quantity or the price of the quantity is getting changed for me. For example, instead of 10, I'm going to use a 15. Its value will be automatically updated for me. So in this way, I can change these values and all. So one more, I'm adding one more option here to explain the next concept. So I'm just typing here, find aggregate sand. Let's say one load of sand will be two loads, and
okay.
one load of sand will be 30,000 rupees.
Yes, sir.
Not sure about the prices. Cancel, cancel, cancel,
So,
cancel, cancel. So here I'm not going to create a formula. Instead of creating the formulas, what I'm going to do is I'm selecting this one and dragging this point to here. What is happening here is that the same formula will be applied to here. So in this way, I can adjust these formulas also. And let's say I don't want this column, so I'm deleting this. I mean, I don't want these rows, so I'm deleting these rows. And after that, I'm merging this one and let's
hello.
sir. Yeah, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Today is very cloudy here, sir. Like,
Video place.
yes, some work is going on. So,
Okay, okay. But I don't want to be in this position. So what I'm doing is I'm coming here and make sure the minimum.
okay.
So one more formula option is available for me. That is the formulas here. What it can do is that if I click the sum options here,
Mm.
I just have to make a border here. It will automatically create the formulas for me and it will add these values to it.
Oh,
So these are very useful options for us. We can make the calculation or the estimate easily. And once again, I'm going to change this portion and make it on the.
yes, sir.
So this is one another way of creating the tables. So this way also we can create the tables and few more options are available for me here. What are the options means? In case if I want, let's say, I don't want these values to be changed. I don't want these values to be changed. What I can do is I can do the content and format lock. Content means I'm not going to change the content. Format means this is the format. So
Okay.
I don't want to change any kind of things. I just want, or else I can use this one. Here I don't, I won't change the content. I won't lock the content, but what I will do is I will lock the format here because this formula is going to be same here. These values can be changed, but I shouldn't change the formulas at all.
Oh,
So
yes,
in
sir.
this way, I can lock those things also. And what else I can do is I can change the data format also. For example, it is coming as whole number. So in case I want to pick currency, what I can do is I can make it as currency options here. Since it is considered as a whole number, everything, this will be currency.
Oh,
So according to that, these values will be data for me. But it's not necessary here. Okay. So I'm just control setting this one. One more important thing is that here what I did is here what I told is that I'm just going to create some boxes and I'm going to type here. For example, if there is one more boxes here,
mm.
copy, just copy here. Uh, this one, fine, one, here, enter, enter, one, one, So what we are doing here is that I am using some kind of text. What kind of text you use text in AutoCAD?
Yes, sir.
So do you know the difference between the single line and multi-line text?
Difference, no, sir.
Okay. So in case I will just explain a single line and multi-line. Always try to use a multi-line text. You will get much more options. In single line, you won't get much that much option. So basically, I will be using the multi-line text options only.
Okay.
So what I'm doing is that after clicking the single line, I'm just clicking something here. I have to give my height options here. Let me just something 10. This asks me the rotation angle, whether my text should be straight or in some kind of angles. I'm just giving 0 and I'm just giving the values as some kind of, let's say, AutoCAD,
Oh,
uh, uh, previous max. Like that. Okay. So after creating this, if I come over here and select this, this will be selected as a separate entity. So even if I created it's a simple segment. Once I have click the enter button, it will be considered as a separate lines only. So this is called as single line text. Yeah. And in case if I and one more problem in single line text is that I don't get much more options here. Very limited option. I'm not getting the text options some other options here at all. I'm just getting very basic options only. So what I'm doing here is that I, a few more options in single line text is that I can click here and give some height and some rotation angle 45-degree means
okay.
going to sorry problem. Yeah, it's going to come like this one. That's it.
Oh,
So mostly when where I will use a single line text is that suppose if I want to give only one alphabet, for example, if I want to type A or B or C, sometimes that those kind of alphabets, what I will do is I will be using my single line text. Other than that, in all the cases, what I will do is I will be using multi-line text. How multi-line text is working here is that I have to create a border here. So let's say this is my border. Once I created this border, the same option which we studied during the Excel for creating the Excel, those options will come forth. For example, I'm again creating here multi-line text,
okay.
specifying some kind of corner here,
Mm,
and this I just do something around the same thing, not like that, and uh, this, something I'm typing something in the software. So after doing that, what I can do is I can select everything. I can change the font to some other else. And what I can do is if I want the gap to be much bigger, what I am doing here is I'm coming to my line spacing and increasing the spacing also. And I want to be centered. I can make it a center. Or if I want to enter some bullets, I can give the bullets options here. So these things are available for me in this kind of multi-line test. One more
okay.
thing, what I can do is that if I decrease the column with here, or else, instead of column height, it will get automatically adjusted for.
Oh,
So we have some advantages. Suppose if I want to type something big, normally what I will do is I will be using the multi-line text only. If I want to create some few text only for few lines only, then I will be using my normal single line text here. So here I can change the whatever I want. It will be similar to MS Word form. In case if you want the some kind of symbol, suppose if I want to put the diameter symbol here, what I have to do is come here and there you will be getting my diameter symbol. And just enter here. If you
oh,
want to see all the symbols, just click here others. All other symbols will be available here.
yes, sir.
So these are the other symbols available for me. I can choose whatever I want. Okay. So we support single line and multi-line text. I didn't explain everything, but these are things we commonly use.
Yes, sir.
Then one more thing, what we have to study here is that suppose I'm just creating one more columns here. Okay, insert right. So suppose if I do something like this, I'm just using some multi-line text here, this box, and giving the same sizes, 75, and some kind of values, 500. If I come to this box and trying to, this values won't appear at all. Okay, are you able to understand?
Yes,
Suppose
sir.
if I click here and match cell, I'm giving here, nothing is changing here. See, I'm just
Yes,
double
yes.
clicking here and giving some value 600. Now if I come here, the match cell and everything options will appear for me, the middle center, everything. But for here it doesn't appear for me. The reason is that when I double click here, if I creating a text inside this box, it's not going to work for me. Those options are not at all going to work for me.
Okay.
Or some people, what will do is they will just copy here and make something like this. Those options also won't work for me. Okay. So what we have to do is we have to come here and double click it and then enter only. Then only those formulas and everything will work for me. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Here what we will do is probably what I have done is that after creating some kind of text, we will just select this one and copy this one, move this to a certain place, and again edit them. So this is what kind of creating tables. According to your needs and work, you should be creating these tables. Here I am not using any kind of formulas at all. So it is better to create tables like this itself. Okay, it will work for me. It will work perfectly for me. So this is about the basic table. And one more thing we will see is the do you have Excel's in your Excel sheet in your laptop
I
installed
have,
in your laptop?
yes, I have, but it's not open. It's not running, so I don't know why. It's asking for
Sorry.
license.
Okay, it must have been some cracked version, so it is asking lines, but it's not opening at all. It's not
Mm.
at all opening. Huh?
Yes, sir.
The problem is that I'm not able to use the data link operation in my AutoCAD. For some reason, what it is saying, I will show you.
Okay.
The second option is that I'm bringing a Excel sheet here. That is from data link. Data. There is a difference between import and link. In case if I am importing something into AutoCAD, suppose if I am making any changes in AutoCAD or if I am making any changes in that Excel or other softwares, that changes won't be reflected in my AutoCAD. That is called as import.
Yes, sir. That
Okay.
I have studied.
In link, what will happen is that there will be suppose if I make some changes, it will be reflected here. So
Yes, sir.
data linking means in case if I'm making changes in my Excel sheet, that changes will be reflected here. So what I'm doing is I'm launching my data link manager dialog. It's great. It want me to create a Excel data link, and I'm just creating some data link. I'm giving its name. It's loading. So what is happening is that it's coming something like this, but in my laptop I am having a lot of Excel sheets. So I tried to troubleshoot them, but while troubleshooting, it gave me a warning that if I do it wrongly, the whole what is it? The whole OS will get corrupted. So I'm not trying to troubleshoot them. That's
Yes,
why
sir.
I also do you have any Excel sheet in your. So for some reason, it's not creating for me. In case if I, it's a very straightforward process. I just got to click next, and
Okay.
those things will be created for me. So if I get some other lab, I will show you how to create that.
Okay, sir.
And one more thing is that I'm having a data extraction option. Suppose I'm having a circle here. I'm enter a line. What I'm doing is that into my table using a data extraction. Data extraction is that I'm extracting its data. I'm trying to extract this data and try to create some kind of tables. So
Okay.
I'm selecting this option. So it's also to save the drawing, so I'm just saving it. So I have two options here. One is in the new data extraction and another one is an edit and existing data extraction.
Okay.
So in case if I'm creating a new one, I have to use this one. And if I'm going to edit this one already, suppose I'm having some kind of data extraction and I want to edit this one, I have to use this option. And this one is the using the previous extraction as a template. Template means that you can take the PowerPoint as an example for that. Suppose everything will be designed for me. All I have to do is I have to enter here. Suppose if somebody has created a templates, I can use that in case if a previous template is available for me. I don't have. I'm just using a new data extraction here. Next option, and I find save this file also. This also has to be saved. That then it's asking me whether I should take a data extraction for everything or should I select the objects in the drawing. So I'm just clicking the select objects in the current drawing and selecting the objects. Then I'm clicking next option here. So here it's showing me these are two objects which are available in your drawing, which we have selected. One is the circle one another one is the line one.
Yes, sir.
And those two also are non-blocks. I will explain what is mean blocks and non-blocks when we go a little further. So I'm just clicking next, and now a lot of options are showing for me. So what I'm doing is that I'm unchecking everything. So after this, what I'm doing is I'm selecting a geometry. So geometry means what are the things associated with those objects will be geometrical things associated with those objects will be shown for example, angle, area, center. So, for example, I don't want angle because there is no angle here. For circle, I need the area, and I don't know need the center x, y, those things. I need the circumference options. I want the diameter. This thing I don't. Since I have a diameter, I don't need the radius. Length for this line.
Yes, sir.
What is happening here is that I'm getting like this. I don't want this one. I'm just changing.
Oh.
Start moving. Yeah. So like this, I can create something. Suppose there are a list of lines. Some people use this for getting data of the what is that reinforcement also. So what I will be doing is that instead of creating a normal lines, I will give some kind of properties to those lines. Like for 12 mm, I will give some kind of line weights. For 16 mm, I will give some kind of line weights. Those will be separated. I can separate those lines. Are you
Okay.
able to get my point?
Yes, sir.
So in case 12 mm, how much length is there? 16 mm, how much length is there? So this indicates if I have the length of that particular reinforcement, I will be having my area already. For example, for 12 mm, what I can do is pi into d square divided by 4, which gives me 113 mm square, and into 500. That gives me the volume. Are you able to understand what I'm trying to say here?
So here I'm getting confused here.
Uh, what I'm trying to say here is that if I want to know the estimate of the reinforcement, okay,
Okay.
what I need is I need the volume of the reinforcement, okay.
Mm.
So what I want to do is that I can calculate the length using this one,
Mm.
okay.
Okay.
For example, I'm drawing 12 mm diabars. I'm giving some kind of line weights for that, and after giving the line weights, what I'm doing is that I'm separating those line weights. I'm
So
separating those line weights. Yeah,
can you try once by doing so here now?
yeah, yeah. Okay, fine, fine. Okay. Just want to go back. So after doing this one,
Okay.
okay, so let's cancel this one. Stop. Let's say this is 12 mm,
Okay.
and I want to do some boundaries here. First, create a layer here. 12 mm.
Mm.
12 mm, I'm using this kind of color. And for mm,
Okay.
so suppose I'm drawing one line, 12 line here, and I'm getting some kind of lens also. And after getting the pen, confirm. The option, apply.
Mm.
And one of the it's not needed. So similarly, I'm getting one more copy here, and I'm going to turn this into a cinema. So these are two things I'm having here. After creating a table, so what I'm doing is that so table get extraction,
Okay.
same thing, okay. Then you get extraction, uh, reinforcement, okay. Then what I'm doing is I'm going to select objects here, delete the object color, and next. I'm actually concerned about just the lines only, length of this object.
Mm. Yes, sir.
I just want the line alone. I don't want anything else. And after doing that, what I'm unchecking this one also, I'm going to my general option here. Here, what I'm doing is that I'm unchecking everything except layer. I want to be separated based on the categories of layers only.
Mm. Yes, sir.
So geometry, I want the length and this one. Other things are not needed. For in case if I choose a drawing, you will be having file access, file creator, those kinds of things. I don't need this one. In 3D visualization, if you go to, you will be having some other options. We don't need those options at all.
Mm.
So I'm
Yes, sir.
taking next option here. So first one, and I don't want this one to be here. So what I can do is I can.
Okay.
So these two are the items I have created here, and then I'm clicking next option. Here I'm having two options here. One is that I can insert a table into my drawing. Another one is that I can convert it into an Excel sheet.
Mm.
So I'm selecting next and next. don't concern about the sizes of the table. What I can do is I can just scale it up. So what I'm going to do next is that after creating this, I'm just going to unlock everything. I don't want to this time to must be like this. So what I'm doing is I'm just want to unlock everything. Uh, Unlock this, unlock, okay, unlock. So after
Mm.
doing that, what I can do is I can create a new columns here. Okay, new column has been created for me. And after creating that, what I'm doing is I'm doing something else. Yeah. Are you able to understand now?
Oh, yes, yes, sir.
So for area formula, what I'm doing is area is equal to 3.14 into B3. This formula is B3. B3 square or else just B3. The whole thing should be divided by is not
2 times BQ.
B square. So I will just check and let you know what is the problem here. Suppose if I calculate this area, it really comes out is 13 mm square. So then what I have to do is I need to calculate the volume here. Just right. It's going to come as volume. So volume is equal to 113 into, excuse me, 1356. So after creating the volume, what I can do is so for calculating the weight, so if I calculate the density of the steel, density is equal to mass by volume.
Mm, yes, sir.
So I know the value of density of steel, which is around 7850, and I have the volume. After that, from that I can calculate my mass easily. Okay. So
Mm,
density
yes,
is
sir.
equal to mass by volume. So then mass equal to density into volume will give you the value for me. So what I have to do is 7850. So whatever the values you are getting, you have to divide that particular line. Uh, Sure about the unit here. Okay. So 7850 is in kilogram per meter cube, and this one is in cube. Okay. So I have to convert those options also. Then I will get the correct value. So this way I can use the data extraction. I have made a mistakes in the formulas here. So 1356 is here. 1356 in it is in cube, cube, and I want to be in meter cube. For converting into meter cube, what I have to do is 1356 or else
25.
equal to it should be divided by uh, 10 power uh,
Mm, yes, sir.
I think it's only by 0.001356. So what I'm going to do is it's going to be like 0.01. So this one, 0.01. That's going to be weight in kg. 78.5 kg is this one.
Hmm.
So in this way, what I can do is I can do the reinforcement. It's not a straightforward method which is available to me, but still I can get those values. Are you able to understand here? This one?
Yes, sir. Got it, sir.
Okay. So that's all about the tables and those options here. If I
Hmm.
see my desktop, my Excel sheet will also be seen for me.
Oh.
So I can save it here also. So I will be getting my data in my here also, in Autocad also, and I will be getting in my data extraction also. Okay. So we will see the beam options tomorrow in tomorrow's class. Okay, it will
Okay,
take
sir, sir.
some time. We will just cover the text and tables option. Tomorrow we'll be focusing on the beams and some more options in options like this one. Leader, you are asked about this one, right? How to mark this kind of things. So we'll be studying, we'll be dealing with these kinds of things also in tomorrow's class.
Okay, okay, sir.
Evening we will see at 4 o'clock. Okay. Hello.
Yes, I'm listening, sir.
Yeah. Revit structure, for revit structure we will again see the class at 4 o'clock. Okay.
Okay, okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.